So we're out here with Special Teams Coach Snyder. Talk about your unit this year. We can start with Parker Lewis. He's been perfect so far. What adjustments has he made to help his accuracy?
I hope you didn't just jinx him.
Tap.
He's been doing really good in games. Obviously, early on through practices, and you guys asked me that question earlier about accuracy in practice, and he's just, the thing with him is working through timing, working through. We actually had a change in footballs that we went to, working through that, and then basically. Everything else with him is just getting his technique to where it's solid and it's repetitive every single time. And so he's, in my opinion, he's come along really well. He's done a great job in the games. And we had the 2 kicks out of bounds that were a little frustrating for him and myself, but he's rebounded real well from that and hitting the ball good.
Are you worried about his confidence in preseason?
No, not really. We went through a lot of stuff last year as a true freshman, trying to build him and get him in game ready mode, and confidence wise. And he goes through little spurts here and there, but overall his confidence has been really, really good, and he's done a nice job adjusting to things. And so I'm pretty proud of him for where he's at right now.
What sort of things do you do to build a guy's confidence like that?
Well, a lot of it is taking out the doubt, taking out where he doesn't feel confident. And so whether it's, for example, when we change balls, it's a different ball as a kicker. I was a punter and kicker. When you change that, there's a little bit different feel for it, so you got to work through it. Being able to have a positive outlook on, when you're having a bad day and you miss-hit something here and there, focuses on what you should be doing versus what you're not doing. A lot of guys as kickers and punters will have a tendency to tell themselves not to, I can't miss this left, or I can't set my plant foot here. But when you do that, all you're doing is telling yourself to do it. So it's a matter of changing the thought and changing the mindset of what it is. So we spend a lot of time talking about stuff like that.
That's on the positive side. We spoke about earlier, you're not accustomed to the penalties that you guys are having on your side of the ball?
No, and that's something we got to get cleaned up. It's just the discipline of the game. And, right now, with the penalties that we are having, they are just minute, and it's just a little bit here, too handsy here, too handsy there. And we just got to get to the point where we're knowing to pull off. And at the end of the day, we've got, in returns, we've got built-in fixes for that. But guys just got to trust it, and I think we're getting really close. I mean, I think the guys that are out there are working really hard across the board in special teams. I feel like the players are giving everything they got, and it's just a matter. I mean, sometimes you can try too hard, and that's what you wind up getting. And so now it's a matter of keeping the try hard there and cleaning up the discipline of the holdings, or whatever else we've got.
Outside of the specialist, is there someone that stood out to you? One of the safeties, linebackers, somebody with their work on special teams?
Boy, there's a bunch of guys that have really done a nice job. I can't probably point out one, but like a lot of these young guys we've had out there. I mean, Jalen Smith has been a guy that's really had some good positive show, done some good things. We've got, Gary Bryant's always does some good things when he's showing up. I mean, especially out in practice, I like a lot of the things that he's doing. Taj has done some good things. The kickoff unit, we've got, I think a lot of those guys on there have really done a nice job adjusting, especially after the first part of the year. We gave up a couple that were 25, 30 yards out there, and so now just kind of getting that battened down. So, I got to tell you, there's a bunch of guys that are really, every day they're just getting better and better. So.
Seems like Utah always has, punter, kicker, returners, just solid special teams that they bring in. Where, I guess, do you see their strengths this year in this team?
No, they're doing a nice job. They've had a couple hiccups in the kickoff game. The last 2 games they haven't hit a returnable ball, so they've got those things all out of the end zone. They've done a nice job. Their punt return is their top unit right now, and their punt return is really doing well. They do a great job of getting hold up. They do a great job downfield blocking. Their returner's special. He does a really good job. Their kickoff return, I think they're real close to getting some yardage there. So that's where we got to obviously do a great job with our cover units, make sure we're doing a good job with them. And I know their cover units are going to be a lot better when they face us. I expect that. I know Coach Whittingham will have it cleaned up.
We haven't talked to you since Dante took over as interim. What's just been your thoughts on how he's handled these last few weeks, especially given the circumstances that he's been
I think he's handled it well. I mean, it has been I think a couple things. Number one, the coaching staff overall is the professional guys, and they handle things really well, and makes it a lot easier for Coach Williams as he's taken over. For a lot of the stuff that could be a problem, it is not. And the players have adjusted really well. You know, I think the biggest thing there is the relationship the players have with the coaches has made a big difference in that, and it's given Coach Williams the ability. I mean, there's not problems that he has to go run after all the time and spend all day trying to chase. The players have been invested in it. You know, that first week that it happened, you know, there was some questions and some doubts and where are we at and what's going on, and not from coaches but from players, and then for us as coaches to be able to get all those kids reeled back in and get them to realize, hey, we're here, we're going to work hard, we're going to fight through this thing, and we're all here together, and we can do this as a family and be together through the whole thing, and we're going to support each other no matter what happens, and that's where we're at. And so, you know, I think really the transition has gone about as good as I think I've ever seen one go. And so we got a long ways to go, got a lot of things to do yet, you know, and so if we just, you know, keep grinding, keep rowing the boat.
Did you know you were going to be running laps after practice yesterday ahead of time?
Yes, we knew that, and the good thing is I need the exercise, so it was good for me.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.